Thomas said unto him, Lord, we don't know where you are going, so how can we know the way? Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. Are you trying to go any other way? Are you trying to find your own way? You can't, because Jesus is the way, he's the truth, and he's the life. Life will test you, and you will find out that if you don't have Jesus, you're going to fail the test, because Christ is the life. He is the life for the dead. Ephesians tell us that we were dead in trespass and sin. John 11:25 says, Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. My brothers and sisters, if you don't know Jesus, bottom line is that you're walking in death. It's time to take off those grave clothes and put on a new robe. Christ has a new robe for you. And listen, you can't do this by yourself. We as men, we run into our man cave. For answers, we only find temporary solutions. But when we run to God, he gives us answers through his word that gives guidance for the journey, wisdom to be applied to the various situations and circumstances that pertain to freedom in the spirit and liberty to the captives. And the Holy Spirit will lead, guide, and empower the believer to achieve greater things through Christ, which strengthen them. So, Jesus is the way, and there is no other way. And it says in Luke 6:48, he is like a man which built a house and diggeth deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the floods arose, the streams beat upon the house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. Where are you standing? Are you standing on sinking sand? If you're standing on man's decision, you're standing on sinking sand. If you're standing on the judge that sits in the courtroom with his gavel, you are standing on sinking sand. But if you're standing on the word of God and you're standing on the promises, you shall do well. Because, brothers and sisters, Jesus is the way, he is the truth, and he is the life. And if you want to walk in these things, you have access. All you have to do is realize it. Get up early. Get on your knees. Meet him in your prayer closet. Go have a little talk with Jesus, because he will make it right. He loves you. He cares for you. He cares about the situation that you're in, that you've gotten yourself in through your decisions. All right, through my decisions too. But I've got to remember, and so do you, there is a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 866 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Well, good Wednesday morning, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastical day. I was just sitting here texting with Karen, David's wife, girlfriend. And unfortunately, David fell, I guess just today, this morning, and has fractured his hip and is in the hospital right now. So keep him in your prayers. David WYSH has had a rough few months, hasn't he? Buddy, he's had a rough few months, doing okay, but now he's in the hospital with a fractured hip, and I bet he's fit to be tied because that man don't like to sit still too long. All right, anything you've got for me on Ask Your Neighbor this morning, 865-457-1380. I talked with Court Clerk Rex Lynch just briefly yesterday, who was telling me about the goings-on of the jury and sequestering them, and I didn't realize Rex, the court clerk, is in charge of all that. He was in charge of getting their rooms, and he was telling me food for everybody, so he's running like a chicken with his head cut off, keeping up with this extremely important trial going on. And I was going to ask you, Rex and I were talking yesterday, and neither one of us can remember. Does anybody remember us ever having a death penalty trial here in Anderson County? Because I think he said since '98 he knows there hasn't been. But I don't. You know, I've been paying attention to what's going on here since 1990, and I don't remember a death penalty trial. I mean, we've had some murder trials, but they were. I don't think the death penalty was on the table. So here we are, and there we go. There's a lot going on in Anderson County. I think I updated you. I've heard from all investigating entities with regard to someone somewhere somehow telling us what happened at the schools, who was involved, all of who was involved, and what the penalties or, what disciplinary actions were taken with who, what, when, where. So I don't know when that'll be. D.A. Clark said that he'll let me know when he concludes. He'll send out a press release because he's been getting a bunch of inquiries. Like I said, a lot of the news agencies, pretty cool. WYSH has always maintained a very good relationship with all the Knoxville TV stations and such. They're competitors in a way, but we've always been able to work together with them. And I hear from them a lot. They'll call me and say, "What are you hearing? I heard this, and we've got somebody told us this. Can you see if you can verify it?" But we're all kind of waiting. All of us, I think, have the same information. Some of it we can't. Obviously, we can't release some of it. But there's a lot of interest in that as well. So there's a lot of interest in Anderson County, whether it's our grade-changing school scandal or whether it's a death penalty murder trial. Or maybe there's just something fun going on that I don't know about you'd like to focus in and talk about. Whatever the case might be, 865-457-1380. Like I said, keep David in your prayers. And maybe Sammy will do the show tomorrow, or we'll figure out something. We'll make it through. Just we'll miss him. All right, I'm going to take this break. I'm going to come back in 2 minutes. And you dial me up on the phone, and you can ask anybody, anywhere, anytime soon about whatever you want to ask about. You can share, you can vent, complain, brag, whatever you want to do. I'm going to brag. I said brag, so I'm going to brag just a moment. So if you were friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I posted the University of Tennessee Pride of the Southland Band posted a picture, and it said, getting ready for, opening day or kickoff, whatever it said, and it showed the band sitting there practicing, and it was, Trey was sitting right there. Boom, right there he was. And so I sent him a message. This is pretty cool. When you apply to be into the music department, at least with the University of Tennessee, this is what he was telling me. So you apply to be into the music department. First, you have to get accepted into that because he's going to have a minor in music. He's going to be a astrophysicist is what he is going to school to do. But obviously, you guys have listened to me talk for 18 years about him. He's very musically inclined, a tremendous saxophone player, and so he minoring in music. I love it. So he went as a freshman now, all right, brand new. And once you get into the music department, then you choose which parts. You can't do everything. Like in high school, I played in the marching band, I played in the concert band, I played in the pep band. One band did everything, right? Not necessarily the way it is at the University of Tennessee. You once you get into the music program, you then compete for the most coveted spots. The most coveted spot in the music program at the University of Tennessee is marching in the Pride of the Southland Band. And they have thousands of people that want to do that. And Trey made it into March. Not only that, and those of you that have went through band will know what this is, but he made first chair saxophone, which means that means you're the top of the top, the best that they got. So that made me very, very proud. So there you go. So maybe you've got something you'd like to brag about, because you guys have listened to me do this with my kids now since Trey was born. I took James David. This is something that, if you'd have asked me this a number of years ago, I said, no, that won't happen. But James David said, Dad, will you take me school clothes shopping? Now, last year, Tracy did this. She took them, right? Just not my thing, guys. I'm impatient. I'm trying. I thought as I got a little older, I would be a little more patient. I don't know if that's working out or not, but anyway. So I took him, right? And we had a budget, and he went over budget by $14. But that was I wasn't figuring in. We weren't doing tax, but anyway, $14 over. Still, that's not too bad. So we went clothes shopping yesterday, and James David is very particular with his clothes. Pick out a shirt, and then we were off to find pants or shorts to match the shirt. Now, when I was a freshman in high school, I guess, I started to say I didn't care about what I wore, but I've always wore what you see me wearing. Any of you that grew up with me in high school, I wore a pair of cowboy boots, pair of jeans and T-shirt. I did wear tennis shoes some in high school, and I think there for a while back in the 80s, they had those Darksiders, what they call them. Anyway, but for the most part, what you see is what you've got my whole life. So I didn't do a whole lot of. Mom bought the jeans and brought them home, and that was it, and all was well, and I didn't worry that much about it. James David worries. He likes to clothes shop. And he's pretty good at it. So we did that. Now today, today I'm taking Jacob to school clothes shop. I don't know. I made it through yesterday, so that gives me hope for today. That I'll be okay today, too. So if I get through today, I'm good. Trey's already got his stuff all out of the way. He's moved in. He's got to switch dorms. He through Bandcap, he's in Hess, and then I think he's going to Keplet. I can't remember. He's in Hess right now, though, and then he'll move to his final dorm room. I think this week, might be tomorrow. There you go. So there's an update. There's my little braggadocious on Trey's accomplishments to be first chair Pride of the Southland. So when you see him, I don't know where. Once I find out where he's at in formation after the first game, once I'll point him out to you guys so that you can see him marching. 865-457-1380. I'll be quiet now and let you guys talk. All right, 2 minutes from right now. 2. If you guys would like to continue on. 2 and 2. I'm back. And then we'll talk or we'll wrap up. Get ready for the summer and lake season at Hammer Stores. Every week there are new shipments of ladies' famous label sportwear and men's branded clothing. Ladies and girls' boutique fashions are 25% off Hammer's regularly low marked prices. Check out the new arrivals for summer from Simply Southern and our largest selection ever of men's fishing apparel from Huck, Magellan, Real Life, and Habit. We've just received truckloads of short-sleeve printed tees from several famous makers that could outfit the entire family for the coming weather months. Enjoy hot deals on men's shirts, swim trunks, and shorts from famous makers like Woodwide Sportman, Columbia, PacSun, Southern Marsh, and many, many more. Beat the heat with all-terrain gear pants and shorts from Wrangler at all-time low prices. Continue your spring cleaning and save now on a truckload sale of throw rugs and area rugs. Also, visit Hammer's Facebook and Instagram for daily deals. If you miss a day, you miss a bargain at Hammers, Clinton, Sevierville, Wartburg, Halls, and New Tazewell.
Hammers, you should see us now.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy, the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, let's see what we got cooking over here this morning. Ask your neighbor, 865-457-1380 or 877-711-4005. Nobody anywhere? Okay. You guys enjoy your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I sincerely do. Couldn't do any of this without all of you. We've got, I know some of you are upset, and rightfully so, that our app is that we're not streaming on TuneIn. You can go to our website. Now listen, go to wishradio.com and we're right there, live in color. You can listen all you want, but the TuneIn radio app is not working because we switched over to a new streaming service. I'm telling you that to tell you this. We can now see, I can now tell, I can't necessarily tell who's on, but I can see like IP addresses, and I can see as people come and go on hot dog come and go online listening to us when they access the new stream. So I was looking yesterday and there was like 147 people just listening online. I'm trying to pull it up right now before I wrap up. I'm trying to find it here, my dashboard, so that I can tell you how many people are listening online right now. And unfortunately, I'm unable to pull up my dashboard. But anyway, so for those of you that are listening online, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. And for those of you that are unable to get it online, just hang with me. Hang with me. We will get it fixed. We will get you all taken care of. Our tech people put in another request, I guess it is, yesterday, trying to get the stream address updated for Alexa and trying to get it updated for TuneIn Radio. All right. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. See you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call